Oh, that's great. Looks like we're in good shape. Got the images. Um, Typical paint program, Corel Draw or Photoshop. So I've got all the images that could go on the cow stress ball. We're gonna transfer them on the back here, so we can scoot over to the program and just see how it's going to look on the back of the cow. So it's a black background here. So we want to see how any one of these images, the moon, the cheese, the earth, the burgers, Ferrari. We want to see how the images are going to look on the back of the stress cow, because it's got a black background. If it had a white background, that's how the images would look, or could say yellow background. So I think we're in good shape. The black background looks just fine. So close that preview, and well, we can go to print. So I've got the paper here. Transfer paper. I'm just going to put it in the printer. Get it nice and positioned and prepared. I'm having to do this one-handed, but should manage. And okay, we're ready, and I'm just going to push print. So I'm going to get that printed up. Just move over to the back here. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. See the images here. Now you have to be careful not to touch the ink in any way, because it will smudge. It still comes fresh out of the printer. So what we have to do to kind of pre-prepare the ink and make it a bit more workable, because we're going to have to cut these out, is we're just going to fuse it. And you can use a hairdryer, or this is a heat gun that I have. You can get at any typical hardware store. And we're just going to fuse the ink that's on the paper. So, and notice the color changing with the ink. So I'm just going to get a little closer and just notice when I turn on the heat how the color changes. Slight color change. So all these guys are fused onto the paper. Just get this out of the way. And the paper is a bit more workable now. Now we still don't want to be touching the actual images, because the ink will smudge, but it's just that little bit more workable. So because I'm working with one hand here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the phone down, and I'm going to cut out the images that we can transfer onto the cow. So maybe I'll just cut out one of each image, and we've got an image of the moon here. We've got the cheese. We've got the earth. We've got the burger, Ferrari logo. We've got the cash, and we've got Spongebob here, and we've got the baby. So I'm going to cut out one of each, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've cut one of each of the images out from here. Now, if they were more uniform, you could probably get away with using one of those guillotine cutters, but I've just used the scissors to go around and cut each one out. So each of these guys are ready to use and transfer onto our stress ball. I'm just going to bring them over. Let's see what we can do with the phone holder. This phone holder, normal phone holder, and we're going to transfer Spongebob, an image of Spongebob, onto the phone holder. So what we've got to do before, we've got our activator here, some on the just tiny bit of the activator chemical on this cloth. We've got our heat pad, silicon pad that's on the heat press, and the heat press is running at 230 degrees. And just going to prepare the surface, just a little smidgen of activator on there, and I want Spongebob right in the middle of this foam pad. So I flip it over, careful not to disrupt the image because it would smudge. And so I've got that placed there nicely, and the silicon pad is nicely heated, just to make sure that everything is it's nicely heated. Let's put another 20 seconds on there. Right, so should be in good shape here, and I'm gonna take the silicon pad and just compress the back of that paper, and it's more the even pressure and the heat that's going to transfer the image of Spongebob to the back of the phone holder. So I go back over here to with the silicon pad to the hot plate, and then just press it. Now I'm rocking it ever so slightly, just making sure all the heat is uniformly transferred over. Once more for luck. Okay, just put the silicon pad down. Right, we're just going to let that cool for, I'd say, between 20-30 seconds if you want to be sure. But it's really just to let it cool and let the ink settle into the grain of the leather phone holder. So I'll just give that another 10-15 seconds. Let it do its work. And right, let's see what we've got. So I'm going to grab one of these corners here. Maybe I should take off my gloves. I'll just grab one of these corners. Just remove the paper ever so slightly. And we have Spongebob Squarepants.